Olympics are over and the champions have been crowned. Now the best gymnasts build new performances as they prepare for the next Olympic cycle, which includes the upcoming Goodwill Games and the World Championships this fall. New rules have been initiated. The judges now require higher level of difficulty and even more daring routines than ever before. Welcome to the Sachsen Arena in Riesa, Germany for the first European Gymnastics Championships combining artistic and rhythmic gymnastics. Hi everyone, I'm Bart Connor, and we have a unique event for you today that will involve teams from 12 nations competing for a team title. Each team consists of 2 men and 2 women from artistic gymnastics, plus 2 rhythmic gymnasts. Preliminary matches have already been held, so now the field has been narrowed to the final 4. Russia, the top qualifying team to this point, met Italy in one semifinal, while Spain and Ukraine made the other semifinal match. Working with me today is Nadia Comaneci, and let's talk about this unique format, Nadia.
It is an interesting concept because it gives the athletes that are not normally teamed up together an opportunity to work as a team for their country and win a championship. There will be a mixture of familiar faces and some new faces as the national teams have already begun to replace those that have retired since the Olympic Games.
Now in the semifinals, Russia continued to dominate this meet and earned a place in the gold medal match by defeating Italy. Nikolai Kryukov turned in a solid performance on the pommel horse. Then this vault by Yelena Zamolodchikova clinched the win for Russia, and she is looking very good here. The winner of the Ukraine-Spain match would earn the other spot in the gold medal round, with the loser facing Italy for the bronze. Tamara Yerofeeva's hoop routine was solid and gave Ukraine a lead that was further supported by Alexander Svetlichny's floor exercise performance. Spain stumbled when Sarah Morrow fell on the balance beam and would have to settle for a chance at the bronze against Italy. So when we come back to Germany, it will be Italy and Spain. They'll meet for the bronze medal. The 2001 European Team Championships is brought to you by Celebrex. Talk to your doctor about Celebrex. We're ready now for competition in the bronze medal match between Spain and Italy. We talked about the unusual format here, blending rhythmic and artistic gymnastics. There is another added dimension. Notice here, Victor Cano of Spain and Laura Zacchelli of Italy. They have elected to be the jokers, which means their scores will be doubled in this round and added to the team total. Sarah Morrow will be on the floor next for Spain, but unfortunately for Spain, Victor Cano, the joker, went up on the high bar moments ago and slipped off. Luckily, he wasn't hurt badly. He remounted the bar and fell a second time. So unfortunately for him, his score of 8.2 is doubled and added into the team score for Spain. A little extra pressure on 17-year-old Sarah Morrow. Good start. Interesting that a young woman from Spain chose Irish music.
Nice tumbling combination. According to the new rules after Sydney, the only way that a gymnast can get good scores is by showing a lot of difficult tumbling combination like that one. Although a triple turn like this can get her 1/10 of a point.
Ready now for her 4th and final tumbling run. You talk about the emphasis on tumbling. We'll see most gymnasts doing at least 4 tumbling passes.
Barely made it around.
Triple twist to finish that exercise.
One other requirement is to do a combination of 2 saltos in one tumbling pass. And not only that she fulfills that, but she also gets an extra tenth of a point. She doesn't tumble very high, but I like that she has great technique and great form.
And you see her score there, 9.362, a good score these days for women on floor. And there is the score for Spain in round one. Now for Italy. This is Laura Zacchili, also the Joker, the 20-year-old from Fano, Italy. And this is our first look at the sport of rhythmic gymnastics. This, of course, is the hoop. You'll notice that in rhythmic gymnastics, it's more dance-based than in artistic gymnastics. Watch for complicated tosses and unusual catch positions.
This is a difficult combination coming up right here. Cartwheel, she kicks the hoop in the air, catches behind her back. Nice precision.
She placed 11th in the all-around at the 2000 European Championships. This sport is traditionally dominated by the Russians and Ukrainian gymnasts. Oh, slight bobble there. There is a deduction. Of course, to the uninitiated, the strength and flexibility of these athletes, as well as the precision, is remarkable. All right, at a nice finish. Her score, 8.996, is doubled, which means that 17.932 goes into the team total for Italy. And now back to the artistic gymnastics portion of this competition. Alberto Busnari on the pommel horse now for Italy. Nice opening sequence here on one pommel. Oh, beautiful. Those are called Russian Moors, keeping his body in that laid out position, and he did them in combination. These days with the new rules, the gymnasts have to stay on the pommel horse for, seems like, hours to fulfill all the requirements. Here's his flares. Oh. Well, now, that was actually an unplanned dismount. He didn't meet the requirement of doing the dismount. Let's take a look at these Russian Moors in the laid out position from the single pommel down to the end. Great combination. But see, it appears here now his coach made him go back and finish his exercise as if he had fallen. You take a 30-second break, you get back up, and this dismount here fulfills one of the 5 event requirements on the pommel horse, so he will have a better score as a result, 8.95 for Busnari. All right, let's take a look at the standings. After round one in the bronze medal match, Italy leads Spain by a little less than 7/10 of a point. Our gymnastics competition from Riesa, Germany will continue on Fox Sports Net. Don't go away. And our gymnastics competition continues here in Riesa, Germany. That's kind of a mean-looking mascot. Here are the standings after round one in the bronze medal match. Italy holds the lead over Spain, which brings us to Alejandro Barrenechea, the 25-year-old powerful tumbler. Watch this opening mount. A little sloppy on that second tumbling pass. We'll be talking a lot about the new rules and new requirements since the Sydney Olympics. Those opening tumbling runs earn him several points of bonus elements. This skill here, this type of skill, is a requirement on the floor. For the men, every apparatus has 5 specific requirements. including an element like this. Here's his last tumbling run. Should be a double back. Very high. Nice landing. Barrenechea has the perfect build for power tumbling. He's short and strong. Watch this, 1.5 twister, and as soon as he lands, he reverses his direction to a front 1 1/4 somersault. Boy, you have to have Achilles tendons made out of steel to do that.
And watch this double back. He reaches up, and with a perfect technique, it's hard to not stick the landing.
All right, so a solid score for Barrenechea at 9.225. Laura Martinez now on the vault.
This vault has a start value of 9.7. That means she can get the maximum score of 9.7. A little short and off to the side.
Not a bad effort for Laura Martinez. This is a good angle to notice something. Look at the parallel lines of tape. Those white lines indicate whether she's in line with the horse when she lands. When she bounces outside of the line, it's a deduction. Her 9.225 will help the Spanish team. And now back to the rhythmic gymnastics performance of Laura Zaccilli for Italy. As you see, they need an 8.96 average to overtake Spain for the bronze. We saw her earlier perform with the hoop. The ball exercise, much like the hoop, involves throws and catches, plus waves, circles, and rolling the ball with precision on the floor, as well as along parts of the body. In the sport of rhythmic gymnastics, there are 5 apparatus: the ball, the hoop, rope, clubs, and ribbon. Each year, the gymnasts compete on 4 of those, as designated by the International Gymnastics Federation.
And here comes one of her best combinations. She was just a little off.
All right, and a dramatic finish for Laura Zaccilli. 8.75 her score. Spain has a 61.87. That is their team score. All right, back to artistic gymnastics now for Italy. Alberto Busnari on the high bar. It's a big score if they hope to stay ahead of Spain. Oh! Major deduction for that fall there. Didn't fall completely off the apparatus, but that form break and break in the rhythm will be a big deduction. Oh, and again. Now it's interesting these days because, as I mentioned earlier, the judges are requiring such a high level of difficulty. All of the gymnasts are going for really tough combinations like that one there. He couldn't quite get his left hand back on the bar in that eagle grip. And so another major deduction for Busnari. Half a point for falling off. Every 4 years after the Olympics, the judges redo the rules and raise the bar, so to speak, requiring higher standards of difficulty, and so many gymnasts are having trouble adjusting to these new stricter rules. Oh, there's a nice combination. But all the gymnasts know if you come with an easy routine, you're not going to get a good score anyway, so you might as well go for the big skills, even if they're not quite polished for competition. All right, well, there is the bronze medal match team score because Italy is out of it after that performance. Spain will win the bronze, and Yuri Keki, the former Olympic champion on the ring, says these clubs are tough, but I got some guns. So Germany, we're getting ready for the gold medal match in the European Team Championships between Russia and Ukraine. But right now, let's go to our ongoing feature of International Gymnast Magazine's Rising Stars. We travel today to Ploiești, Romania for the 44th edition of the Romanian International Invitational, which features athletes from 20 different nations. But most of the excitement is about Olympic gold medalist Andreea Raducan from Romania in her first major competition in 2001. Raducan's story has been well documented, the young lady who won a team gold and a vault silver, but most importantly, she won an all-around gold medal in Sydney and had it stripped away because she had taken a banned cold medication given to her by the team doctor. You hear the Romanian commentators in the background. Nice back handspring to a full twist. There's a lot of excitement about this young lady. She mentioned that she plans to come back even stronger with the goal of winning the Olympics in 2004 in Athens, Greece. Nadia, what do you think of her condition here in her first major meet of 2001?
I think she looks pretty good. She's ready for this competition under the new rules.
Deși a fost mascată cu acea extensie a brațelor în lateral. Saltă înainte!
You know what? She also told me that she feels a lot of pressure because she competes at home.
Very high level of expectations on the Romanian gymnasts who have been among the best in the world since your day back in 1976, Nadia.
Putea observa degetele gimnastelor pe bârnă. Ele efectiv se strâng precum degetele de la o mână în
Viewers at
jurul
home, maybe
acelor
they're getting a
10
little lesson in
centimetri.
Romanian as well.
Right, Mark?
Păcat această ratare. Iată-l pe Octavian Belu.
Here's her
Începe să se
dismount.
plimbe precum un leu într-o cușcă.
And you can hear her adoring fans, extremely popular, even more so after the tragedy that befell her in the Olympics in Sydney. Now here's her floor routine, the same routine she used to win the World Championships in 1999 in Tianjin, China.
Tsukahara, un pic suprarotat, a făcut pas în spate, a făcut la aterizare. Triplu șurub.
Good, powerful tumbling.
I think this is a great floor music for her.
Elemente coreografice.
She had some minor injuries earlier this year that kept her out of competition, but she looks fit here and rather powerful.
Yes, and this is a new combination for her, actually. This is the front layout. She used to do that pike, but after the rules were changed, then she changed that too.
That seems to be the overriding story this year on the gymnastics scene, all of the best in the world adjusting to the new rules. Usually takes at least a year to upgrade your routines and polish them for major competition. All right, and a nice finish for Andreea Raducan. Nadia caught up with her after this competition was over and asked her about this meet, as well as the retirement of some of the great Romanian gymnasts.
This was a great competition. It was hard. I had emotions because it was my first competition with the new code this year. I hope that at the World Championships we will do a great job and have great routines. About the retirement of our great gymnast, what can I say? It was very emotional. After Nadia came Simona, Maria, Claudia. Anyway, they were and are very big names, and let's thank them for what they did, and let's be there for them when they need us. I would like personally to thank them, because without them, I couldn't achieve what I achieved. World champion and Olympic team champion. And let's wish them good luck in their coaching career.
Congratulations to Andrea Raducan. She's a rising star, and she looks like she's on track to more future success. Gymnastics will continue on Fox Sports Net. Next up, the final match between Russia and Ukraine. Head of Riesa, Germany. The 2001 European Team Championships continue here on Fox Sports Net. We're ready now for the gold medal match between Ukraine and Russia. Here in round one, these are the athletes who will perform for Ukraine. And first up now, from Rhythmic Gymnastics, this young lady was the alternate to the 2000 Olympics in Sydney. For Ukraine, she is 16-year-old Anna Bessonova.
I like her outfit. Looks more like a costume than a leotard. In contrast with the artistic gymnast, rhythmic gymnasts have a touch of theater.
She's 5 feet 9 inches tall. Oh, a little bobble there. That'll be a deduction. Now, certainly the club event is one of the riskiest apparatus of all of the rhythmic events because they must manipulate 2 pieces of equipment simultaneously. In a way, it's similar to the balance beam in women's gymnastics. One slight bobble and it can be disastrous.
I really like her presentation. Every little thing is done at a maximum flexibility and extension.
Like artistic gymnastics, the athlete must cover the entire floor area, and there are actually 2 judging panels. One panel judging composition and the other execution. Wow, what extension. Except for that bobble early in the routine, it should be a solid score for Bessonova and Ukraine. There it is, a 9.241. Now we go back to artistic gymnastics. Alexander Svetlichny began gymnastics at 9 years old. He's 28 now and has endured dozens of serious gymnastics injuries throughout his career. But he does have 2 Olympic medals to show for it, a silver and a bronze in team competition in '96 and 2000. Oh, a slight stop on that skill there. Unfortunate bobble. That move is a required element. One of those new requirements that has given a lot of gymnasts difficulty. You have to show a scissor like this of what they call B value. All the moves are ranked A to super E. Not a difficult move, but that deduction cost him 9.1. All right, now we turn our attention to the women's uneven bars. This is Olga Rashupkina. We first came to know her. She won the silver medal back in '98 at the Junior European Championships in St. Petersburg, Russia.
Beautiful release move.
There's quite a reputation for having good, clean form. Nice toe point. Well, that was a little unusual.
Definitely was.
See more variety of skills under these new rules than we did in the last quadrennium. Not a bad exercise. Looked a little sluggish at the end there.
And here comes her dismount, which is a full twisting double back. A little slow and a small deduction.
All right, well, the score will reflect that. And 8.925 for Rashupkina. So Team Ukraine has a 27.266 After round one, Russia will be up next. What can they come up with today? Don't go away. More gymnastics on Fox Sports Net. The 2001 European Team Gymnastics Championships presented by Celebrex continues on Fox Sports Net. We're ready now for round one. Russia is up now. These are the athletes who will perform in this round. First up in rhythmic gymnastics is Irina Chashina, the 19-year-old from Moscow. She began rhythmic gymnastics when she was 6 years old.
I love the music. It's very entertaining.
Beautiful turns.
I love that she does very unusual things with the hoop.
She is an accomplished pianist in her spare time. It's interesting that many of her best results in this sport have come in the ribbon event, which happens to be the one event that's not being used during this 2-year cycle. Beautiful. Complicated sequence to finish that routine. That should score very nicely. 9-4-6-6 for Chashina from Russia, which brings up Yevgeny Podgorny. Very powerful tumbler and vaulter. This should be a handspring double front. Not bad. That's a tough vault to land.
Besides the fact that it's very difficult vault, you hardly see an over-rotated 2.5.
Just a little sloppy on the form in the air, but great technique. 9-5 is his score. And now to the balance beam for Russia. This is Lyudmila Yezhova. This should be a treat. She's the 2001 Russian Cup champion on this event. And you talk about creativity, Nadia. She does everything. Watch this sequence.
Wow, what a precision.
She has been somewhat overlooked on that deep Russian team. Hopes to make the lineup for the 2001 World Championships in Belgium this fall. Here's another amazing combination.
She's turning and turning.
She's not done yet.
This is a very unusual move.
Beautiful.
She seems very calm, and I like that she takes her time to think through the skills.
And a nice dismount, a 2.5 twister. Boy, that routine was packed with interesting skills and combinations.
And this is a very difficult combination. Every skill is very difficult, but the unbelievable difficulty is to connect them to get bonus. She does it really great. And this is a blind dismount. It's a 2.5. Have no idea where you land, but she knows it.
9-4-6-2 her score. So there are the team scores after one of 2 rounds in the gold medal match. Russia has the lead. More gymnastics when we come back. More Connor and Nadia Comaneci back at the 2001 European Team Championships in the gold medal match after round one. Russia leads Ukraine. And it's now time for the lineup for Ukraine in round two. These are the athletes who will perform in this round, which brings up rhythmic gymnast Tamara Yerofeeva, the 19-year-old from Kiev, in the ball event. She was sixth all around at the 2000 Olympics in Sydney. I really think it's nice that there's a blend between artistic and rhythmic gymnastics at this competition, because honestly I feel that artistic gymnasts can benefit by watching the rhythmic gymnastics athletes and their quality of presentation.
She has beautiful flexibility. She moves continuously.
Her coach, Irina Deryugina, said that when she first came to the gym, she didn't pick her out at first, but she liked her balance and technique. And that's very evident here. A very moody performance from Tamara Yerofeeva. Her score 9.208. And we go back now to artistic gymnastics for men. All right, a solid start for Ukraine in this final round. Now Alexander Barish will take to the high bar. He was fifth in the Olympics in Sydney on this event. A lot of his successful finishes in the world of gymnastics have come on the high bar. Watch these release moves early on. Fantastic. He's got one more big one right there. Beautiful, smooth rhythm throughout. I think he missed a slight combination there. He was supposed to put those two elements together, just a little shaky. A high level of difficulty in this exercise, but he did miss one little connection. But it should still get a pretty solid score. You can see on his face, it wasn't exactly what he had planned. This is that double somersault over the bar with a full twist. One of the few gymnasts in the world who will dare do it. And watch this second one. It's so high.
He can spot the high bar way before he catches it.
Nice technique on the dismount. Look at the form. Straight body, double back with a double twist. A pretty good score, 9.45 for Barish, which brings up their final performer in this team championships, Olga Ryshubkina, on the beam now. Now remember, from the top of the show, she is their joker, so her score will be doubled. Oh, right away.
Yeah. That's a half a point deduction.
And it's doubly bad in this joker format because they must have had a lot of confidence in her steadiness on the beam to be willing to make her the joker in the final round on this precarious event.
That's a solid layout.
She's had a lot of success on the beam. Bronze medal at the World Championships in '99.
Very confident.
She's very good at these front flipping and side somersault type skills like that.
Just a little deduction there. This is a new requirement. It's a hold position for 2 seconds.
Now you hear that warning tone. That gives her 10 seconds to complete the exercise. Oh, she's over time already.
Ooh.
That seems to be another byproduct of the new rules. A lot of gymnasts are going overtime these days because they have to be on the beam a long time to fulfill all the requirements that the judges are looking for.
Let's take a look at this replay. Is a punch front. Great technique and perfect landing.
Her score is 16.274. That's actually an 8.137 doubled. So that hurts Ukraine in the final round. 62.198 their score. When we come back, the Russians will have their final attempt at these European Team Championships. Don't go away. The 2001 European Team Gymnastics Championships are brought to you by Celebrex. Talk to your doctor about Celebrex. All right, we're ready for the final round in the gold medal match. Russia is up. Mighty Russia, and their stars are here. Kabaeva, Krukov, and Zamolo-Chikova. In the ball event, this young lady has become the symbol for the entire sport. And when you see this performance, you'll understand why. She began gymnastics at 5 years old. And Russian coach Irina Viner said when she came in the gym, she couldn't believe her eyes. She had flexibility as well as power. Ooh. Born in Tashkent, Uzbekistan, both of her parents are athletes. Her mother played basketball and her father soccer. She won the bronze medal at the Olympics in Sydney in the all-around after being heavily favored. She had an unfortunate mistake, dropped the hoop, which dropped her to third.
Every little skill is just detailed.
And you can see why. She's a highly paid athlete with modeling and endorsement contracts all over the world. They scored 19.0 because Kabaeva is the joker in that round. A 9.5 doubled. She gets congratulations from Irina Viner, the famous Russian coach, which brings us to Nikolai Krukov now on the high bar, the 99 world all-around champion. Beautiful position on that release move. So smooth. Krukov, a master at some of those in-bar elements and pirouetting elements which earn him bonus points. This is a nice routine. So with a difficulty rating of 9.9 based on the elements in this routine, and with that clean form, look at the beautiful position in this double twisting double, just slightly over-rotated. This release was spectacular. It's called a Gaylord, a double front over the bar, and he caught it perfectly. 9.3, the score for Kryukov. The final performer of the meet, Yelena Zamolochikova. You see her record there. Here she is on the floor where she reigns as the Olympic champion.
And this is a new pass for her. A double layout. Well, I guess with her power, she can do anything.
Many times you see her do a double twisting double there. Slight bobble on that leap sequence. She, like all the other gymnasts, trying to create new routines for these new rules.
Great double pike.
She's used this floor music for the last few years. We've come to know it well. Here's her last tumbling run. Oh.
It's too bad she didn't have enough fuel to finish that last pass.
Bravo für
This is a new skill for her. It's not the best technique I've seen, but it seems that she's still experimenting with this move.
zum Abschluss ihr Zuckerhaber.
And although she had a lot of power at the beginning of the exercise, she did run out of gas here at the end. Maybe just a little out of shape.
And she's trying really hard. With her legs, wow, not enough.
All right, well, you can see she stung her ankles on that short landing, but the score of 8.6 is not what you normally expect for Zamolochikova, but it is enough because today Russia will win. Here are the final results of the 2001 European Team Gymnastics Championships presented by Celebrex. The star-studded team from Russia, featuring many world and Olympic medalists, was just too much for Ukraine, winning by more than 3 points. It was a great day of gymnastics with this unique competitive format. Today it was about the grace and elegance of rhythmic gymnastics combined with the power and explosiveness of artistic gymnastics. We hope you enjoyed it. For Nadia Comaneci, I'm Bart Connor. Thanks for watching Gymnastics on Fox Sports Net.